Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we have got ourselves the supplementary numbers of the day as the show match ended quickly. We found ourselves a substitute player in the right-hand corner of the map playing as Fushi. His name is Kovat. This opponent today in the red color playing as Loki. His name is Matrius. The Loki main only plays Loki apparently. That's the only god. This one and nothing else. You be the judge. I don't know. Anyways, these guys have decided to play an extra game for us, so let's enjoy this one as we move along. Over here, we've got some relics. We've got the Jade Hair, which is going to be plus 5% movement speed. Over onto this side, there is also the Tail of Cerberus, which is going to be making myth unit special attacks happen 25% more frequently. Over here, we've got the Harmonious Necklace, boosting up gold gather rate. Absolutely huge. And finally, we have Tusk of the Iron Boar, making cavalry hit points plus 10% of base. So some big relics on this map. A perfect situation for the soup Hersa spammage opening. But unfortunately, you don't know whether or not the relics are all amazing, all garbage, or all mid-tier, or half good, half bad, as the spy gets dropped down onto the Qualfu here. A little bit dangerous. Now, obviously, you don't have access to the Yatsa as Fushi. That's on, wait, yes, you do. I'm stupid. Very dangerous to be dropping that spy onto the Qualfu there because you might be playing against Yatsa, and if you can spy a Yatsa, then you can completely shut down those raids, which is really important, really big, at least in the early stages of the game. But nonetheless, he's going to be able to see what's happening in the main base, which is going to be a nice little win for him to just know what's going on and making sure that he's aware of what's coming for him and he can prepare for it. Plus, he also gets to see the layout and everything else, which is also a good thing. Meanwhile, over onto this side, the temple coming up for Matrius. He's got 20 seconds remaining on that. Then he's going to be looking for a next age. And Kavoth, who I've got on the wrong side of the screen right now, is going to be getting his final Qualfu in, his temple to come down, and he's going to be advancing soon after here. Now, one thing that we are seeing here is the double house opening from Kavoth and then the temple. I'm not sure if this is currently best in slot build. I don't really know. What I found was that I can get my temple down nice and quick and then be able to get my Qualfu out at a reasonable time anyways, without like just regularly. So getting that temple down nice and quick to me seems like the right idea given the current slight change to the Chinese economy. Nonetheless, we'll see how it's all going to go as the Gatherer hippo slaughtering continues. Never really thought about the hippo lives in these games. Now I'm suddenly thinking about it going, these poor guys. Has anyone ever thought about the hippos? Look, he's got his like eyes are still open. He's looking so sad. Oh no. I don't know why I'm thinking about that right now. Anyways, Chiao coming through for Kavoth. This is what he is feeling like is going to be the best option for this situation. You could also go for the other option, which is Juan Nu, and have a completely perfectly fine game as well, but still having fun with these Yatsa. Yeah, like Chio did get hit with some nerfs, but I'm like, even after seeing the nerfs, I'm like, man, Chio was so far above everything else in terms of the kit you get given from going for this god, that these nerfs that got hit, they were all more like reworks than nerfs. So maybe, just maybe, it is overall a nerf. But by how much? I still think this is a really good minor god. And it's almost, if I'm playing a very serious game, I think it's basically auto pick for me. As the Najjar is now out, the Hersa here going to get chased down. If Najjar gets one little poke away, he may be able to actually kill this guy. You can see he gets that one off. Drops down to 4.1 speed. We'll have to turn around and actually take this fight, trying to delay as the Arts are moving into the main base. Is there any other Hursa over here? They're moving forward as Kavoth comes in to start sniping a villager. Gets one kill in. No surprises there. The Arts doesn't one-bang the villager, but gets a good amount of damage done regardless as the Najat to retreat back. The Arts are coming over here as Matrius's Gatherer gets left behind. It's taken a couple of shots in, gets back into the town center, diving into the town center there for the time being, but damage is dealt from this immediate Yatsa shenanigans, trying to dash onto those villagers, but not quite able to get any of the low HP ones there as the Hursa to come through. Yatsa to get pulled back, and the game continues along, but Matrius takes a very hefty amount of damage there. Very, very, very hefty amount of damage there. Meanwhile, the Hursa's trying to cut off the Yatsa, but they will get that special back momentarily. Is there an escape through here? Wow, it's open on this side. The Hursa coming in, though, for Matrius as Kavoth is trying to thread the needle here. Doing a good job. He gets hit with one. He's still got a little bit more time left as Matrius comes in. He gets the kill. He gets one kill. That there is the 5.3 speed nerf. That's 0.2 speed off. And that much effort. That was such ridiculously high level play from Matrius. And he gets rewarded with a kill on the Yatsa. Behind this, Kavoth says, I'm going to grab a town center. What are you going to do about it? I got some damage done. I got my town center up. And we'll go from here. And a couple of goats just hiding on the tower as well, because why not? Meanwhile, Kavoth out searching yet again. Matrius is over here. He's got his Hursa. He's looking for relics though, as Kavoth gets the goat. Is he gonna? Did he notice? Sometimes it's hard to notice you pick up a goat randomly in a game, mid-game. You're used to it at the very start of the game, but like 7 minutes in, like you're not finding goats normally. Anyways, eyes in the forest to come through now. I can't believe he goes just one citizen here as well. That's wild. As the Yatsa to get pulled back, and you can see he brings it now underneath. Oh, he's not Shenong. Never mind, I'm stupid. As Fushi, you don't get access to the healing on these Yatsa, so once they take a little bit of damage, they will stay damaged until you get out Sages to heal them up, which aren't available until the Heroic Age. As a military camp coming up for Kavoth now, he does already have himself the machine workshop, so he can pump out those fire archers, but he does need a front line if he wants something to do here. Oop, villager over here having some issues against the Rhino. Is it going to go down? Oh. Survives with 2 HP. So close. Meanwhile, the raiding cavalry come forward. Watchtowers now up, but taking the fight for the time being, trying to get just a little bit of damage done. Villagers over here to try and get over and grab the chickens, but Matrius says, you know what? I can kill this tower, and I can... No, never mind, he's pulling back. I thought he was going to stay here and try and take out the towers. As the Hursa taking little bits of damage here. Does Matrius know? Now he does. Now he knows. He definitely knows now. So the town center is up. Najar poking away. And so raiding cavalry will dive through, snipe down the rest of that Najar, getting that kill. Got to feel good there, as still trying to put some pressure over here, but with the... Wow, Kavoth gets another tower up, because why not? Because why not? He goes, hang on. I know, if you can kill my tower out over here, if you can kill this one, what if I build this one? But Matrius doesn't care. He says, I don't care about your towers at this point. Let me come in and try and kill off some more units. Still no he's got crenellations in as well. So that's a huge amount of damage coming in. Snipes the raiding cavalry on the retreat. Funnily enough, almost paying off crenellations, and it's definitely going to pay itself off later in this game, as the Tai Chi technology coming through as well as the Najar getting rebuilt back out. Dao Swordsman on the way. As the Najjar swinging around the Yatsa swinging around the top side here. Kavoth does have just one of the upgrades. Not going for the second one just yet. He does spot the villagers here. There is a Ursa waiting in response to this. One villager goes down. 5.3 speed versus 5.3 speed. Oh, a little bit of miss micro there from Kavoth should result in one of those going down as the other other Yatsa comes in, snipes the villager. Matrius tries to micro to get it to miss or retarget onto something else. But nonetheless, villagers falling. Kavoth is just in his own element at the moment. His absolute own element here. As now, after all of that, Matrius says time to grab a town center. The Yatsa's still waiting. Oh my god, he's coming back. There's no Hersa waiting over here anymore. Oop, no, he is coming. But that doesn't necessarily mean that Kavoth is going to get away from that. 1, 2, turns, shanks. Hersa in. One little smack. Another little smack. Bragi's now coming through. Or is in, excuse me. As maybe this is a bit of a fake. Because right now, Kavoth has to believe that a timing attack is coming. This town center from Matrius is by all logic a bad town center grab. Because it just takes so... You're already behind. You're not going to catch up. You're just cutting the amount of behind you are down. But that still just means that over time, life's going to be very, very tough for you. Like over time right now, it's a 20 villager differential, which is about 1,200 resources every minute. So you've cut that, but it's still 1,200 resources every minute, and you're not going to be able to find that damage because you don't have those resources that you spent on the town center to actually get anything done. However, you are playing Loki, so you do have myth unit spawns, which could be big. However, behind this, Kavoth, he's gone Heroic Age. He's got Golmang in. He's got the Forest Protection in. We are seeing the villagers coming over here saying, no, you don't get to join in and party with my woodcutting villagers. We're going to put a stop to that there. Meanwhile, over onto this side, the hill fort is up, which is going to scare those villagers off. Yatsa goes down over here. There's a nice little surround there onto the Najjar, but does decide to pull out as the Battle Ball gets absolutely totaled. Battle Ball, another newly buffed unit, has a couple of portable ramps to come through. Bit surprised to see this because considering he grabbed the town center, I don't think I would expect to see, as we see the villagers moving over here, I wouldn't expect to see Matrius really looking for any sort of an attack anytime soon. Just looking to get villager snipes as the Hersa coming over onto this side. He does notice the villagers getting the palace up, drops his flaming weapons, trying to get villagers sniped over here. Ballet with 6 seconds remaining. Huge amounts of villagers going down here. Matrius doesn't need to win in this mode. Look at all the dead villagers. The Ballet finishes. Forest Protection comes up. Moving up to the top. So all of a sudden, the villager differential is equal. In one foul swoop. In one foul swoop, the villager differential is equal. Military advantage for Matrius. And he's hitting the town center as well on this side. As the villagers pop out, trying to shake down the rev. I didn't understand it. But Matrius is showing exactly what he was planning here. An incredibly well-orchestrated domination of the Kavoth position. He's now up 2-1 town center. He's equal on villagers. He's taking down these military buildings. The villagers over here falling. Absolute domination here from the side of Matrius with that attack. That was literally the most beautiful attack I think I've ever seen in Age Mythology. He puts the hill fort over here to prevent this gold mine, forcing Kavoth over to here. He knows Kavoth's coming over to this side now, comes in, flaming weapons, hits the village. While that's happening, the army comes over and he goes, now I can send the portable rams in to clean this position up because you can't defend that without army. Wow. I don't know what else to say. The game is not over. But Kavoth is now in a difficult position. He's got his own pain to now send Matrius's way in the shape of White Horse Cavalry. These things hit hard. And the walls aren't up. The defenses aren't in. The answer for this is not in either. But some shanking for the time being. As one White Horse Cavalry goes down. This one over here distracting for the time being. Healing up units in the main base as well. And where to next? A couple of houses to come down for Matris on the top. That's the raiding cavalry. Swinging around onto the left side. I don't know exactly what he's going to be looking for. You can't really attack this with a double ballet. Obviously, there's the Peach Blossom Spring here that hasn't been grabbed. That's almost 2,000 food there. This game is very close. This game here is... You might think that Matris is in a commanding position. I don't know if he is. With that amount... He's going for hell. He is going for hell, though. That is a big difference. Meanwhile, raiding cavalry coming over here. See the ballet pull back. No problems. Haskell coming in. Trying to snipe down this Nijar. Nijar going after the battle ball. Nice. They're going to be able to deal with that one there. Haskell versus White Horse Cavalry. It's kind of a little bit of an odd sort of fight. Technically speaking, the White Horse Cavalry win. But nonetheless, Kavoth now says, time to put some pressure on. He doesn't have any real answer to a Nidhogg here, though. And Matrius knows this. Pulling back, the villagers moving away from this gold mine. Going to go forward. There's a beautiful hill fort defending on this position. Just needs to wait for that Nidhogg to drop down onto this army here. Up to the top side, these villagers here trying to sneak away. Kavoth does notice it. He's coming around. He's got to get some villager snipes here to keep himself going at the moment. But the army moves up to put some defense in. Great reaction from Matches. Loses a villager, but still able to continue along in this game. Into this position, however, another Nijar to come through. However, the town tended to help out, plus all the rest of these units does mean this guy's got to get out of here. As huge amounts of food to come through from the Peach Blossom Spring, but no ability to get to that Mythic Age just yet. But has this Mythic Age been... over onto this. Has this Mythic Age slowed Matris down too much, given Kavoth enough breathing room to find his way back into this game, or not? That's the big question. The Mythic Age, or the late game, technically speaking, favors Kavoth. He's got John Wick as a big one, as the Nidhogg comes forward, sniping it onto this one. Going to be diving into the ballet, getting big amounts of damage done. Great defense there from Kavoth. He can pop back out and heal up on top of that, on top of this position here with the forest protection. As the White Horse Cavalry going to be distracting all around the place. Distracting left, right, center. Great control from Kavoth. Getting caught out with one, though. And now Huang Di to come down. It's going to be the Battle of the Dragons here. It's going to be the Battle of the Dragons, indeed. As the White Horse Cavalry to come through onto this position. There is a ballet, but, oh, not a ballet, a hill fort, but no crenellations in. As the Fire Giant, Portal Ram combo coming through. No real ability to push this position here. It's going to be so tough to actually attack this location. But where can you attack? The main base. That's open. Town center goes down. Means no Huang Di. However, another forest protection to come down here to try and hold this spot. Is it going to be enough, though, is the big question. I have lost so many games to forest protection. I don't know how many to count, but we'll see if it's going to be enough as the Portable Rams charging in to take this position out. We've got the lightning weapons getting dropped down, the Nidhogg getting big damage done on the top, taking villagers down. The villagers to repair the town center up as the Portable Rams to take this position out here. Fire Giant over on this side going down. Town center will end up falling with the Mythic Age not managing to come through. Resources back into the hands of Kavoth here, as he does not think he can continue any longer. And Matrius, what a game. That was some of the best Loki play I think I've seen in recent memory. Oh my God. A thing of beauty out of Matrius here in more ways than one. Well played to Kavoth. He was making it impossible for Matrius to get going, but he takes the foot off the pedal, goes to the town center, and Matrius doing things that I just don't imagine working ever for me. Goes for a town center before the timing attack, hits the timing attack as Kavoth is trying to get that ballet up. He gets it right in the right moment. So much damage in that moment. And he takes the advantage and runs with it. If you guys enjoyed this game, make sure you hit the follow on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTube, hit that subscribe button. I'll see you guys in the next game.